Turning now to your community focus. Demolition has resumed and the wheels are in motion once again to get a new Washington Bridge built. Joining me now to talk about that and much more is RIDOT Director Peter Alviti. He's here once a month on 12 News at 4. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Kim. Nice being here.
So the last time you were here, you sort of announced that the substructure of the westbound span of the Washington Bridge would also be demolished. Just talk me through how much more that's adding to the price tag of demolition and also how the delay and pause in demolition impacted the cost.
The cost of the additional demolition that we'll be doing now is $38 million. But that's not an additional cost, because that cost was originally planned to be expended in the construction of the new bridge. When we initially thought about building the new bridge, we were going to give the contractor of the new bridge the choice of either keeping the footings and the piers that existed or demolishing them and building new ones. I guess there are misconceptions out there about that being an additional cost. It is not. And this will allow the new contractor to build a new bridge faster and with a little bit more latitude in being able to design it. So it's going to work out great. We moved it back. We're going to get it done between February of next year and December of next year. And that'll be just in time for the new contractor to be in there starting to build a new bridge.
And what about the pause in demolition? Was there a cost associated with that RIDOT is going to have to pay?
So there was about a 4 or 5 week delay. We pressed the pause button. There will be mobilization and demobilization costs. We don't have a number on that yet, but we will soon, and we'll certainly announce it when we do.
Let's talk about the flip side. We know there's been more federal funding coming our way for the reconstruction of the new bridge, a total of $220 million now coming to the state. What percentage of the reconstruction cost do you expect that will cover?
Well, that'll cover the major portion of it. As a matter of fact, those are key components. In addition to the other funding that we already put in place, it amounts to $660 million of funding available for this project, which is, we think, more than what we'll need, but additional federal funding and additional federal grants are being sought, because the more in those grants that we're able to bring into Rhode Island, the more the federal government is participating, and the less we will impact future projects that we're going to do.
You had a 2.5-hour meeting last week where lots of folks got to ask questions. What was your big takeaway from that meeting? There
were, I would say, roughly 150 to 200 people that participated. We answered over 60 questions, and we listened to some of the concerns in the neighborhood. And in turn, we addressed those concerns. We increased the amount of noise reduction. Tonight will be the last night that those neighborhoods will have to endure overnight jackhammering sounds. And we put additional measures in for dust control. So it worked out great for all of us.
Let's talk about a different bridge. There is going to be another rapid bridge replacement coming up. Tell me where and when that's happening. Oh,
I love these rapid bridge replacements. Since I've been there, this is my 16th. And just in the last 2 or 3 months, it's the 6th rapid bridge. In November 1st and November 8th weekends, we will be replacing the Elmwood Avenue Bridge, or the bridge on 95 over Elmwood Avenue. We're going to reduce the number of lanes, so there'll be some additional time for commuters over those 2 weekends. And after those 2 weekends, we'll have another brand new bridge on 95 that has been replaced. And that was the subject of another grant that we got for $250 million for 15 bridges. And this is the first set of bridges that we're putting in as part of that grant.
Rhode Island DOT Director Peter Alviti, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Kim. Always a pleasure.